What's up, y'all? Welcome to Dr. Divine Roots Tarot. I am the Queen of Tarot, back with another message from the other side. I am the High Priestess, the Supreme Witch, the Divine Feminine, God's only chosen reader. Don't you forget that. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this video, and turn on all notifications, okay? So let's jump in. All right, I am a little emotional right now, you guys. I am dealing with some real demons. And I'm just going to tell y'all what's going on. So there are some crooked property managers, regional managers, Michelle Murphy, Anisha Brown. I don't know if she quit or got fired. Keith Caldwell and Nichelle. It was Uluyomayo, but now it's changed to Bellamy. Holly Ridge Apartments out here in Lumberton, North Carolina. They have been trying to wrongfully evict me since before I even got in the apartment. Like, soon as I got in, before I got in, they started with the bullshit. But they got crooked magistrates in the Robinson County Courthouse. Barbara Jacobs actually did wrongfully evict me, but God, has me so protected. He has shown me how to, stay and get some more time, until I can figure out, till he moves me. But I have been fighting with these people, since I've been here. It's been 9 months and I have been fighting, okay? And I'm just going to let y'all in on a secret. If you have never had to fight demons, you don't know the struggles, okay? When you are as anointed and as chosen, when you are God's chosen number one, a lot of people don't like you, okay? So story of my life, there's a lot of people that just don't like me because of who I am, just because I exist, just because I, use my voice, just because I'm not scared, just because I fight back, I stand up for myself. I don't let people just bully me. I don't give a fuck what position or title you have or things of that nature. But I just had to recenter because I am really fighting some demons, and I have made attempts to move. They gave me, they retaliated and gave me a discriminatory reference, landlord reference, lied on the reference, and then act like they didn't lie. So I've tried to leave peacefully. I'm still at peace, but trying to be peaceful when people want to keep, poking the bear and, keep trying to get a reaction out of you. I just say what I got to say and keep it moving. There is going to be a very massive lawsuit against Holly Ridge Apartments, Westminster Company. If you guys want to hear more about this story in detail, because I'm not going to take up too much time here on this channel, but if you want to hear more about this particular story, you can go to Dasha Speaks Racism. Dasha is DASHA, Speaks Racism. Just type it in the search bar on YouTube. I talk about some of the things that I have experienced since I've been here over there. I do need to give some more updates. Maintenance has repeatedly entered my apartment and caused problems so that they could evict me. But God told me to stay because, it ain't going down that way. But I'm really going through some things right now. Going through, when I say going through, I mean that I'm saying, I'm really fighting my old self right now because I really want to put my hands on some people. But I know that that's only going to end me up in jail, and I don't want to go to jail. I love my freedom. So I just had to pray about it. I had to cry about it, be angry and let out all my frustrations and things, behind closed doors, because, if I react you know, if I crash out, you know, I'm crashing out, and that's just what it is. So I just have to stay strong right now. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. I really appreciate all of you guys, you know, who tune in. It really takes a lot of energy, a lot of strength for me to show up here, because not only am I dealing with that, I'm a single parent, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a single parent, so that's the gist of it. But I really do appreciate you guys, and we are going to go ahead and get into the reading. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I just felt like I just needed to let that out real quick, because, you know, I don't deal with people. I don't have friends. I don't have people I can just talk to. I talk to the spiritual realm. I talk to God. But I do use my voice on different platforms. This platform on Dasha Speaks Racism, you know, to share my story and my experiences. But it is going to be a very, very massive lawsuit, because I know that I'm not the only person that they've done this to. I'm just the only person and the first person to stand up to them. But there are a lot of people in power in this county, in the state of North Carolina, you know, all over this world, who have, you know, went against me just because I am who I am, just because I exist, just because I have spiritual gifts, and just because I'm using them. So it's not always fun being God's chosen number one. And it comes, you know, it has its pros and cons. So heavy on Queen is rising in this situation. Okay, stepping into power, praise coming up in the spotlight. So divine feminine is rising in this situation. Heavy on that. All right. She's rising after she was left hanging, okay, with no closure, no contact, left on red by divine masculine in this situation. I don't know which deck I want to continue with. What about the tea? Let's get some more tea. Okay. He left her on red because he was dealing with someone else. He had her in a love triangle. Okay, third party, multiple lawyers. I'm talking about multiple lawyers. Multiple lawyers are involved in the situation. Okay. The one I was just talking about, why that just came through. Multiple lovers, choices. Okay, so he had many choices in this situation. There was a particular third party, but he had multiple lawyers. There you go again. Multiple lovers and multiple choices in this situation. This is why he left her on red. Okay. What else is here? About this situation. They will not disturb my peace. I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say, and I'm going to keep it moving. And I'm going to pray about it and let God have it. Because at this point, I mean, I ain't going back to who I used to be. So I'm not getting ready to have my kids out here trying to fend for themselves just because, you know, I'm not doing that. So, all right. So heavy on talking shit. All right. These multiple lovers were talking shit. The third party was talking shit. Divine masculine in this situation was talking shit. Divine masculine actually turned karmic, okay, because of the actions that he took against his soulmate, who is divine feminine in this situation. All right, so they all were heavy on talking shit in this situation. Okay. What else is here? I'm just tired, y'all. I'm tired. And it's crazy because I wasn't supposed to have to be dealing with the things that I'm dealing with, but I'm glad that, you know, I've learned the things that I've learned. So when, you know, I get in a position where I can make some changes in this world, you know, some real changes for, you know, the low income community, people in poverty, things of that nature. It will, everything that I've experienced to gain the knowledge that I have gained will be worth it. So it is what it is. Got to endure the storm. But it's taking a lot of strength, I'm going to tell you that. All right, so what else is here about this love triangle, about Queen rising, what has led to the divine feminine rising? Okay, so now these people have legal issues, okay, court, judges, immigration lawyers. So judges and lawyers, there are judges and lawyers that have legal issues. These people are having to answer to judges and having to hire lawyers or attempt to hire lawyers because they have a ton of legal issues in the situation. What else is here? What else is here? You know, I took up some time telling some of my story. All right, so wolf in sheep's clothing. All right, these people are not who they appear to be. Okay, heavy on that, legal issues because they are not who they appear to be. All right, in their head, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. All right, and now they broke. Okay, so this third party, all right, divine masculine over here, overthinking, stress, overanalyzing, and they are broke. Okay, they ain't got no goddamn money. All right, what else is here? Karma has come to collect in this situation. I want it to come out. I'm gonna let it fall. Reflecting, heavy on reflecting. Okay, on okay, yeah, divine masculine is heavy on reflecting on how he left divine feminine hanging in this situation. Okay, divine feminine is heavy on unbothered now. She is hustling, making it rain, focused on getting money, and she's getting it. Okay, heavy on that. She is rising, and she is unbothered by all of this bullshit. Okay, she's dodging bullets, okay, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, and she's protected from haters in this situation. Okay. What else is here? All right. This third party over here is a heavy on groupie in this situation. Divine masculine is also dodging now because he has started to reflect, and because he's in his head, and the divine has sat him down and taken his money and made him think about the things that he did to his soulmate in this situation. All right, because he's reflecting, and he sees divine feminine over here rising, doing her thing, getting to this money. He has began to also dodge these bullets with this karmic over here. All right, these karmics with an S. Okay, he no longer wants to deal with the groupies. Okay, heavy on that. What else is here? What else is here? Okay, jackpot. Winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. Okay, so the groupie over here, groupies, the main one in the situation, she just knew that she hit the jackpot. All right, in this situation, now all of these karmics are talking shit because divine feminine has hit the jackpot. Okay, she's winning money. All right, she's getting rich. She is being given her inheritance, and unexpected money is on the way to divine feminine. And there are lots of karmic energies that are talking shit about divine feminine in this winning money energy. Okay, in this jackpot energy right here. What else is here? We're gonna close it up in a second. All right, so heavy on bad karma. All right, these legal issues that they are all facing is their bad karma for the actions that they took towards God's chosen number one, his anointed. All right, so this is their bad karma. All these legal issues they are in over their head in legal issues. Okay, what else is here? We're gonna pull maybe one or two more, three more. Let's get three more and then we'll close this one up. Okay, what else is here? What is the tea? What else is here? Anything else? They got to pay for that. Okay, cyberbullying. Okay, you are being bullied online, or they has suffered from it. Okay, so another reason why they are dealing with these legal issues is because they were cyberbullying the divine feminine. Okay, the divine feminine is unbothered with the cyberbullying, but this is some of the stuff that they were doing. They were bullying the divine feminine online. What else is here? It's another deck that I want to get and use. I have so many decks. I'm trying to go through and at least use all of them once, y'all, because I love tarot decks. And so every time I see one, I want it. What else is here? Okay, fishing for comments. Okay, so they were online cyberbullying, looking for comments, you know, over analyzing the divine feminine in this situation. This is, and they went broke doing this. Okay, so trying to bring the divine feminine down, trying to keep up with the divine feminine. All right, this person, this karmic is a spiritual hater. Okay, she hates on divine feminine spirituality, her light, her magic, her power. All right, she is a heavy on. She's a spiritual hater, and she is reflecting on everything that she has done that has landed her with all these legal issues over here, that has landed her with this bad karma that she is experiencing. Okay, because she is in over her head. She is not going to come out okay. She's going to prison for life. She's going to have to spend the rest of her life in prison because she wanted to fuck with God's chosen number one. Okay, and let's wrap it up. I really appreciate you stopping by. Let me know what you think about this situation. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and turn on them notifications. Okay, we out.